Greetings, gamers! I've been working on a new game called Incoming. Incoming is a 3D VR missile defense game. Protect your cities with a wide assortment of defenses against waves of warheads, bombers, zeppelins, and epic bosses. Wishlist today on Steam. Link is in the description. Greetings, witches and wizards, and welcome to another episode of Hogwarts Legacy. I'm Cobalt Thorium. And in this episode, let's see, we gotta stop the clock here, and I'm sure we'll get a bunch of missions done, but let's focus on one thing at a time. And the clock it is. Alright, where are we here? So, I think we've explored all up in there. And now we're just heading down to look at some of the clock gate things. Okay, we open that. There sounds like there's another one around here. Okay, this is one of the ones that we just opened, I think. Yes. So we continue down, maybe? Wait a second. How did we come down? Came down from there? Yes. Man, I'm scatterbrained. Okay, let's go. Okay, there's one. There's one that's outside, though, that I think we must have gone past it, because I think it was the first one that we ran into, right? Where is it? Alright, let's go back and double check, because I'm pretty sure that I'm absolutely certain that the first one that we saw was outside. Am I misremembering here? No, here it is. Okay, there it is. Does it move? Okay. So it's the backwards R kind of looking one. Alright. Now, let's reassign. Oh, we already have it. Okay, so it's here, and there's the backwards R. So we'll go ahead and... Boom. Nope, oh, no. Darn. I think we missed it. Okay. Well, let's go take a look. Yeah, we missed it. Gotta get it as it's coming in. So we have horse, owl, I guess you could say. Okay, go, go, go. Come on, get in there. Get in there. Go on, get in there. Wait, what's going on? Okay, here we go. Alright. Bust that open. What do we get? We got an unidentified hand item. And nothing else. That's kind of disappointing. Alright, let's not rush here. So we have that one. Wait, no, that's a staircase. This one. Okay, so we've opened up two. I wonder what this one was. If there's four, and there's four symbols, that might be a good way to sort of determine that we've caught them all. Owl. Well, there might be 4 after all. Oop.
Arresto momentum.
Open. Open. Alright.
Revelio.
I guess we can't just disappear in front of that thing. Okay. 500 gold. Well, we are kind of low in gold, so I suppose it's not the worst thing in the world to get. And it looks like there's a little bit further down we can go. And if this one is the rook or the horse. Oh, this might be the bottom. Oh, that looks like there's a... Oop, hello.
Aloha Mora.
So it looks like there's a... Oh, it's in a level 1 lock. Well, we might have gotten all of these because there was... Wait. Here it is. I'm surprised I didn't get that before.
Arresto momentum.
And I missed. Should still be arrestoed enough to get in there. Bust in. Alright. Hogwarts secrets. So there were 4 of them after all. Anything else in here? It looks like that is a negativo. Let's bust this open.
Aloha Mora.
Get the moth puzzle. Treasure start chest plus a moth puzzle.
Revelio.
The stack of chairs is suspicious. Let's go into T. Let's try to poof them. No, no poof.
Lumos.
Alright, it's clearly outside. But where? There it is. Alright. Turn this bad boy. Then we'll start looking for... Alright, cool. And that's 50 of 50. Challenge complete. Alright, let's go into the nice warm sunlight here. And then I think we should go and check through our challenges, because I think that we might have unlocked some gear and stuff. Gear, what do we have for gear? How much space do we have left? We're about halfway done. Okay, I don't really need to look through these. We'll look through them later when we're closer to a full inventory. Nothing new in here. Talents, we do have talents we can spend. Maybe we should spend some of those in a bit. But let's look at collections here. Alright, we have Wait, what does it look like if they're new again? I forget. Huh. And we must have unlocked something new. Thought we just got some, like, shelving things. Oh, here it is. 4 or 6 rules placards. Sets of 4 or 6 rules placards to enforce order. Yeah, interesting. I'm kind of curious as to what they actually say. I might actually put those up just to read them. But that is for the next time that we are in the room of requirement. Don't have to go through that now. Alright, there's nothing else really here. Interesting. Let's look at talents. Oh, no, there's something. There's this. Challenges. Alright, combat. Do we have everything? Oh, we don't. So we just got gear appearance reward Protector's Ensemble for defeating 20 dark wizards. Dragonhide Protector's Cloak. Ooh, these look cool. Protector's Ensemble. I kind of want to look at the Dragonhide Protector's Cloak. And the one that we have yet to get is the Protego Shielding Gear Trait Recipe Reward. Alright, we have defeat 5 Dugbogs. Gear Trait Recipe Reward. Gear Trait Recipe Reward. I don't know if we know what those are yet. I assume that those are traits that we can apply to our clothing, but I don't know how to do that. Alright, defeating goblins. Defeat 30 goblins completed. Gear Trait Recipe Reward. Goblin Silver Resistance 1. We have the same for defeating 10 in Fury. Necromantic Protection 1. We've gotten some defeating of spiders. Ooh. Gear Appearance Reward. Spider Slayer Armor. That looks really nice. Ooh. Gear Appearance Reward. Spider Slayer Helmets. You can do the full night thing. Defeating trolls. We need to defeat 5 of them. We've only defeated 1. That's actually not quite true. We've defeated 2. Defeat mongrels. Lupus Protection 2. We should be able to get this really, really easily. There's so many out there. And then complete dueling feats. Officer's uniform. This is for completing 5 dueling feats. How do you get a dueling feat? Anyway. Gear Appearance Reward Officer's Hat for 10 dueling feats. Next we do the pumpkin head. Okay. That's a lot of combat stuff. Now it looks like 6 assignments. We can't do that yet. Looks like we've completed this one. Complete 10 side relationship quests. Gear Appearance Reward Lucky Leprechaun Hat. You can check it out, but I don't think I'm going to wear that around. Exploration. Landing platforms. Well, let's start at the top actually here. Collect ancient magic traces. Collect all traces from 2 ancient magic hotspots. We've gotten a few of them at this point, so 3 it looks like. Ancient magic power reward. Additional capacity added to your ancient power meter. Ancient magic power meter. I read that wrong, but pop 5 sets of balloons while on your broom. Completed. Broom appearance reward. Lickety Swift broom. I like how our broom looks. I don't know if I'm going to change it. Landing platforms. Complete 2 landing platforms. Completed. Gear appearance reward. Quidditch captain's uniform. Then we have complete Merlin trials. Oh, we still have a few left. Solve Hogwarts secrets. Solve 1 Hogwarts secret completed. Gear appearance reward. Tailored tailcoat. I'll probably end up liking that quite a bit. Solve 1 Hogwarts secret is remaining in this, and that is gear, appearance, reward, fashionable dress robes. That is probably the bells. We could probably just go ahead and do that. Alright, so we also have the... So that would be exploration? Yeah. Now I have field guide pages. Collect 50 field guide pages in Hogwarts. Completed. Gear, appearance, reward, Hogwarts Regalia robe. And we've completed the entire series. Then we have collect field guide pages in the Highlands. And, oh yeah, we're not there yet. And we have room of requirement is still 0%. That's very interesting. So that kind of implies that there's something else here that we have yet to even unlock. I'm not going to go back into collections right now. So let's look at talents. See if there's anything that we really want here. Dark arts. We almost never use arrest of momentum, so I'm not too worried about that. We probably won't use flipendo. Alright, let's just save our points then. Let's look at core. Perfect Protego releases damaging blast that breaks enemy shields. Anything to break enemy shields would actually be really good, because that's one thing I don't understand. Yeah, all these would really be good, but they're not like it's not like it's a revolutionary thing. It's just going to be evolving our existing stuff. Alright, I don't see anything in here that we really want to change then. The room of requirements stuff, if I remember, is kind of blasé. Yeah. Spells, I remember not being terribly impressed with this. Yeah, these all have to do with, like, creating shockwaves and area of effects. So these are the two that I really want to focus on. The other one would be stealth, this one, but I don't really care about that one either. Alright, let's get out of here. Look at all this stuff we unlocked. Alright, while that's scrolling through, let's look at some quests. So, Ghost of Our Love, that is still the one that's hanging out there forever. The Tales of Rowland Oaks. Oops, what is this? Adelaide Oaks seems worried about someone. I should speak with her. That might be worth doing. The Man Behind the Moons is something that we'll just get over time anyway. Sirona, the proprietor of the 3 Broomsticks and Hogsmeade, sent me an owl. Okay. Sweeping the competition. Right, we have one more race. We did that last race pretty recently, so I'm going to hold off on this so that it's not just like all race. Because, like, that took a really long time. We could just complete the Daedalian keys and find out what's in the box. I'm just worried that's going to be tied to our current level, and that's going to be something amazing. I think Rowland Oaks is the ultimate answer here. So where do we have to go? There it is. Alright, it's going to take a little bit to get there if we walk. Kind of a circuitous route.
Revelio.
But that will give us opportunity. They'll give us opportunity to maybe run across a couple other things, like maybe there's some of those moon guys. Fire band in here. I don't know what I'm doing. Wait, how do I get out now? You're not gonna let me out? Okay, there we go. Alright, it's glitching out. Interesting. What is this?
Revelio.
Why is this highlighted?
Wingardium Leviosa. Glacius. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
I don't understand why it was highlighted. Highlighted implies that we can do something with it. I'm not sure what to do. What is this? Where is this? Alright, well, we've been here before, clearly. Not gonna worry about it too much. Just continue on our way.
Revelio.
I don't know why I'm revelioing this section. One of the sections we have explored most thoroughly. Here we go. Adeline Oaks. Hello.
Adelaide Oaks, isn't it?
Oh,
I
Adelaide.
received your owl.
Yes, I'm Adelaide Oaks. Oh dear. You see, my uncle Rowland is a metal trader who's quite well known in the goblin community. He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his business travels. In his last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins, Ranrock's loyalists. It's been ages since that owl and I'm worried. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumours that goblins may have been involved, well, I'm fearing the worst. Should I be worried about my uncle, or am I overthinking this?
Well, you never trust a goblin.
I think you're right to be concerned, Adelaide. Your uncle may be in trouble.
You're much more understanding than Professor Weasley. She heard I was going to look for him and forbade me from leaving the grounds. She's convinced he can handle himself, but I can't concentrate on anything until I know he's all right. Could you try to find out for me? From what I hear, you're almost as adventurous as Uncle Rowland.
Twice as adventurous, actually.
Has your uncle traded with many goblins?
Yes, for ages. Even speaks gobbledygook. But he only recently mentioned Ranrock's lot, insisting the galleons were worth the risk. He does it for me. Between robes and supplies, attending Hogwarts costs a fair sickle. And besides that, Uncle Rowland has expensive taste. He's sacrificed so much for me over the years. I promised him that as soon as I finish Hogwarts, I shall be the one taking care of him.
Gobbledygook, that is great.
I take it you and your uncle are close.
We are. My mother died when I was born, and I lost my father when I was 5.
Jeez.
Uncle Rowland's looked after me for as long as I can remember. He knows I get anxious when he travels, and that's why he sends me all the owls, to let me know that he's all right.
It's a bit of a rough upbringing.
I'll try and look into it for you, Adelaide.
Thank you. He's very thorough in his record keeping, notes all his trades in a journal, makes maps. In fact, in his last owl, he drew me a map of his next stop. He'd planned to set up camp north of here. I do hope you're able to find out where he is. Thank you again for any help you can provide.
Alright, this seems like a good
Something's happened.
quest here. Let's talk again and see if we can get any more information.
Hello again, Adelaide.
We're in a bush.
Any word of your uncle?
Still nothing, I'm afraid. I'd be grateful for any help you could provide. As I mentioned, he'd planned to set up camp north of here.
Okay. No new info. Let's see where exactly this is on the map. Alright, so it is in the world map. Okay. So I suppose we'll just fly there. Let's get our combat stuff out, and... Oop, that is not what I wanted to do. There we go. Alright.
I hope Adelaide's Uncle Rowland is all right. She seems very worried. Adelaide mentioned her uncle's camp may be near Brockborough, past the river.
What's that? Alright. Let's head on down and land in a tree. Oop. Alright. Ooh.
Could this be Mr. Oakes's campsite? Ranrock's loyalists, just ahead. Should I take them by force or be discreet?
Yeah, another human. Oi! Pass that fire whiskey over here. You have to learn to share.
I don't want to be in a cage. So I like to Petrificus Specificus Totalis Miss.
It's always my turn for patrol.
Always?
What there? Grapple, you are.
Levioso. Accio. Potato.
Ooh, that hurt.
Incendio.
Ow.
Why can't I hit? I don't have time for this.
Well, time for you.
To find out what happened here.
That worked out all right. Get a couple Petrificus Totalises in here. Had a lot fewer foes to defeat. Alright, nothing on that guy. This will be a nice health potion. Sweet.
Mr. Oakes's trade journal.
Ranrock's lot agreed to meet, but I do feel a tad uneasy. They amended their requests and were angry when I asked questions. I overheard some of their plan in gobbledygook. They're after my rare metal deposits that are suitable for drilling. I'm afraid of upsetting them further. They seem rather volatile, and I need this transaction to happen. Perhaps we can work out a compromise. It's not. You're right. Let's do once more all around the camp.
Revelio.
Actually, yeah, we can probably just Revelio. Oh, hello.
Adelaide said that her uncle kept notes of his trades, maps. Perhaps these landmarks will lead me to him.
Maybe. It's pretty sketchy.
Mr. Oakes's trade journal.
Where? Did I already get it? Is that the one I already got?
Revelio.
Alright, let's hop in here.
destruction too. Wait, what was that? Let me in.
I should investigate.
Revelio. Revelio.
Hello.
Burgundy Quidditch gloves.
I wonder if they're actually from Burgundy or if they're just the color Burgundy.
Revelio.
Alright. Well, that might be it for this area. It looks like there's some Fury up there, as well as another treasure vault. Or we could go down, and there looks like there's a wolf den down there. I think we should probably do both of them. I'd like to level up our combat thingies there a little bit. Get some more combat, what do they call them? Combat, not feats, but... Oh, and there's a Merlin quest on the other side, too.
A rock formation. That's the first landmark on this map. Now, to find the crooked tree.
It's been ages since I've found anything worth poaching their crap. It seems we may have an in. This is almost too easy.
Alright, guess we're fighting.
Leviosa.
I know all about it. Thought we'd forget about that goblin hell you stole.
Stupefy. Stupefy. Leviosa. Accio. Incendio. Repulsor.
Oh. That other one just disapparate? Oh, hello. Jeez, there's another treasure vault in here. Seems like there's quite a few in this particular region. Whoa, what is that? Look at that guy. That is crazy. Oop, that is not what to do, but that's okay. You can always use some more moonstone. I want to actually shoot these. Nothing ever seems to come out of those. I don't know why I shoot them at all. It's not like a lot of these games where, like, inside the crates and stuff are various things you can collect. What the hell? Alright. It seems pretty straightforward that we would just repair all these.
Reparo.
That's one down. Well, this is definitely a new Merlin quest. We've never seen one like this before. But the solution is so simple. There's probably a third one around. We just have to look.
Reparo.
It's just 3? Or more?
These Merlin trials won't get the best of me.
Alright, So I guess there's 4 on the Reparo quest. Very straightforward, very simple and easy. I suppose the next thing would be to just go spelunking in these treasure vaults.
Incendio.
This looks in.
Revelio. Incendio. Revelio.
Oh, hello. Nice little hidden bag of gold there. Only 14, but we'll take it. Make sure there's nothing else that we missed on the way out. Alright. Now. What is that? Oh, it's a mouse. Now. We're looking for... I wasn't actually trying to follow the route. But that is that. So we're gonna look for... I'm not even sure what that is. Is that a cliff with a tree out like that? Then a ruined tower. A ruined watchtower. And then a gate with a, what do they call it? A portcullis? Alright. Or a wall with a portcullis gate. Alright, before we do that, I want to head up here. We're going to fight some Inferi and also hit up that last, hit up that, vault right there.
Levioso. Accio. Incendio. Repulsor. Levioso. Accio. Incendio. Repulsor. Levioso. Accio. Incendio. Repulsor. Trigger. Levioso. Accio. Incendio. Repulsor.
Alright, we like that. Let's...
Revelio.
What are these? Okay. More of those pork clumps or more clumps or whatever. I'll just go straight for the treasure.
This could prove dangerous.
Oh. Did not expect that.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
Interesting. Give it the once around.
Revelio.
Maybe a Revelio. Go for a dip. In a whirlpool. That wouldn't be dangerous. No, not at all. Unidentified neck item. It's a noose. Anyway. Yeah. Okay.
Revelio. Lumos.
Get out of here. You bogweed or whatever you're called. And Fury was decidedly inferior.
Lumos.
Oops, that is not what I wanted.
Glacius. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
These are not my usual spells. There we go. Blew that guy up big time. Got the cool rocks here.
Incendio.
No. No. There we go. Wait, what was that? Oh. Isn't there some slow fall spell too? Hello there. You're a little sketchy looking. Alright, we're looking for a tree growing up the side of a bunch of rocks.
Revelio.
Hey, Dario. That way. Or over there.
A crooked tree, just as the map said.
Where?
The crumbling tower shouldn't be far from here.
Where? I don't see it. Is it this way? Oh, there it is. Okay. It's a good thing she saw that, because I totally didn't.
Revelio.
So we don't know which direction the crumbling tower is. I'm making a guess. But at least there's a Merlin trial here. Well, there's the tower.
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin.
Well, let's...
And the crumbling tower. The spot on the map should be directly south of here.
Alright, let's do the Merlin trial first. Then let's check out the tower. Not just walk past it, but actually check it out. See what's up with it.
Confringo.
Where are the other ones? So there's usually like 3 or 4, right? Alright. Let's get a better view. There's one.
Revelio.
I don't see any others. What the... Oh. Well, there's possibly another one right over there. That's not one of them over there, is it? Right there? That'd be kind of far away. Oh, that might be one right there. Wow, I've never seen these so far away from each other before. I'm gonna need some pretty decent accuracy here.
This place has seen better days.
Confringo.
Okay, there's one of them.
Revelio.
Crimson Clockwork Scarf. Okay, so we have you, and you. And that's the shortest one. Alright.
Confringo.
Where is it? Oh my god, it's up there. We don't have the range. Alright, I think what's gonna happen is we gotta hit that one first. And then run in. Come on. Get one. Oh, that was a mistake.
Confringo.
2. 3.
Merlin himself would be proud.
Cure. Another Merlin trial complete. Let's just double check up here, make sure we didn't miss
Revelio.
anything. It's looking pretty good. Now we're looking for a wall with a portcullis, right? Got some baddies coming up. What types of baddies are you? Oh, they're gobbies.
Eat a big meal, you'll be slowed down, but eat light and you'll be swift. But who wants to be swift?
Oh, there's something else over here. Maybe I should fight these mongrels. Get out of the way.
Accio. Incendio.
Stupefy. Stupefy. Accio. Incendio.
Let's connect the flu network. Got a talent point. Not exactly sure what for.
We'll reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Who is this up here?
Revelio.
Whoa, okay. We got troll. And a loyalist commander.
What do we have here?
Okay, slam a leaping royalist commander to the ground. Slice a frozen enemy. Keep 2 enemies airborne for 5 seconds. Oof. Okay. Slam a leaping royalist commander to the ground. Well, that will require us to get some slamminess. Then we want to do frozen and slashing. Slice a frozen enemy. Okay. Leaping. That is not a leap.
dry.
Levioso.
Pitiful.
Sendo.
Well, guess we won't get the Loyalist Commander point. Let's see if we can get the other one. So frozen, then slash. I mean, he didn't leap at all. There's a lot of baddies here. We should probably... I should probably be more careful. Maybe do the, see what we can do for Petrificus Totalis. Oh, hello.
I may have more luck higher up in the keep. Perhaps not the best place to... Revelio.
We're probably getting pretty close to full on inventory here. Where are these guys? They up on the battlements? I guess they must be.
So you fool, little moon calf. Far from home, eh?
Well, that worked out nicely.
Revelio. Stone walls do a prison make, sometimes.
Bring me 1,000 humans.
A ladder. That's what I need.
Is it? Are you sure?
Petrificus Totalis.
Now, do we want to fight the troll? That is the question.
Wizard kind will submit to us once the war is over. There. Hello?
Oh, those are some freaky carvings. Oh, jeez. Slots are full. Should we go... Oh, jeez. I think we should go sell gear.
Not the best place for an unaccompanied student.
Let's go sell gear. Because who knows what else we have in
Get
here.
my hands on Fig or that student.
Who knows what awesome stuff we could collect here, you know? So let's go to Hogsmeade. Just basically just a straight shot east, right? Oh, we have some balloons to pop here. Wonder what these balloons are for. Alright. Now to Hogsmeade it is. like Hogsmeade right there. I wonder what that is. Solo enemy at the end of a road. It's probably some kind of troll or dragon or something like that. Head on down. Dismount. How close does this take us to the potion here? I think it's right here, right? Alright, so... Oh, shoot. We didn't identify our unidentified items.
We have everything a young student might need when it comes to potions. Have a good look at them.
That means that we're going to have a tough time with some of these. Alright, well, let's check out what we've got here. Binding 1. Increased damage with Petrificus Tollus. Well, we probably got good use of that recently. Okay, we're not going to change the gloves. Face wear. Looks like we won't be changing face wear. Hats. Looks like we won't be changing hats. Scarves. Ooh, what is that? Alright, so we definitely have better scarves. So the loosened Cobalt runic scarf. We have the crimson clockwork scarf. This is the one that we had before. Sienna bloom scarf. No trait applied, huh? What makes it so legendary? Crimson clockwork scarf. So two different types of it. We have the teal palmet scarf. And then we have the fringed forest lock scarf. Alright. Well, this is the best one in terms of raw stats. It's probably the best one. Alright, let's look at the cloaks. That one's worse. And the outfits underneath, that one's worse. Okay. So, let us sell some stuff.
Thank you again for delivering those potions to Madame
No
Wong.
problem.
Saved me a lot of time and trouble.
No problem at all, good sir. I'm gonna buy all
A
this
wise
Bleak and Weld.
decision. Thank you.
So we've been using that up a little bit. Now let's go back to
I
our
hope
character
to see you again.
appearance.
Farewell for now.
We donned this appearance because we kind of want to rub it in the face of that person who wanted the clothing of the best push spell caster, whatever. You know, we've worn it for a while now. It's not my favorite. I definitely don't like how the cape frequently clips things like hair and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and change. We'll check out the gear. Dueling gloves, I don't think we really have to change them. Base wear, we're not going to change. Hat, we're not going to change. what I think we might want to check out is some of the different appearances for the cloaks. Oop, that's not what I want to push. Change appearance. Do we want to check out like this? Well, let's just take a look at these. Oh, that's pretty nice looking. Jeez, look at that. What is this called? Zonko's Chief Prankster. Oh, no. Oh, I don't like capes. Yeah, that's alright. That's alright too. That's cool. Armor. I'm kind of tempted just to try it. What is this? Hogwarts Regalia Robe. A robe for the stalwart explorer of Hogwarts. Earned by discovering all the field pages in Hogwarts. It's kind of nice looking. It's a bit masculine for this character, though. I don't know if that works. It's definitely very broad at the shoulders. This is that dragon cloak, right? That's kind of cool looking, huh? No capes. Do not like. What is this one? Oh, that's kind of nice too. What is this called? Tailored tailcoat. A legendary tailcoat for the undeniable flair and sophistication. Alright. I don't know if any of these other ones are really... It's kind of nice. I wonder if this is green because I'm a Slytherin. It's kind of cool looking. Well, let's try the armor for now. Just because we just got it and it's kind of cool. By that right, probably change the head thing to this. I wonder if her voice is going to echo now. Oh, we've got the Bobby hat too. What is this? That's like a flyer thing. Alright, let's go with the full knight. Just for now. Just for a little while. And actually, let's turn this off. Just so we can look at the undergarment here. No. I don't know if we unlocked any new ones here. That looks really cool. I think we had that previously, though. Legendary armored attire. That's the Zonko's one. That looks like a banker's. That looks terrible. Oof. I definitely like these ones up at the top, these collections. And then I really like this one too. But yeah, let's go with this one for the undergarment. And then let's get our armor back on. Cool. Looking epic. Let's see if I squeak as I walk around. Oh, there's a little clanking. Yep, she clanks a little bit. That's great. Alright, back to it. Let's get back to our quest. Actually, this armor probably would look very good with a cape rather than a scarf.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Oh wait, I can't do a cape. That's right. Because the cape would take the place of the armor. Alright, back to it. So I go directly west, right? Maybe you can see what that enemy is at the end of the road there.
Looks rather dark in there. Never stopped me before.
was that? I think I was a little further. Was I a little further north when I saw that? Might have been. Oh, hello. What is this? Landing zone. Somebody trying to fight me?
You're the little sod that saved Treadwell.
Where is this person? Alright, see if we can find him. And duel him. Well, that's interesting.
Betting on the dragon fight was the best decision I've made here. Hogwarts is very lucky they've got protection charms. That's me.
Where is this enemy? Are they in the rock or something? Hi there.
Afraid to take a hit, are you?
Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
I tell you this. Hogwarts is lucky they've got protection charms. They come after me. I'll stick 'em like a nogtail. What was that?
Potato. Stupefy.
If it isn't Nora Treadwell's precious little guardian. You've made a mistake.
Lumos.
You made one.
That's not the right spell. Alright. Now, we came across a couple interesting little thingies. Might be worth checking them out. A couple little pools. Dismount. Hop in there. Ah, interesting. So it didn't take us to a new region, it just gave us stuff. That's okay. I like stuff. Stuff is nice. We'll do it again.
Lord like it.
Unidentified face out. I hope we remember how to get back to this goblin outpost. Well, there's the tower. Let's go fight these guys. And then get back to our quest.
One less human to worry about.
Levioso.
That's not the right button.
Why drag this out longer than necessary?
Your blood's on Ranrock's hands. Revelio.
Guess we can't clear that away. Come on, take it. Take it. Take it. What is wrong with you? Take the... What the F? Take the freaking thing. Ask you that. Take the... Why?
Revelio. Descendo. Wingardium Leviosa.
Oh, I guess I just can't take it. Alright. Enough of this. Let's get back to the quest.
A castle. Must have been quite stately in its time.
This armor's gonna get all rusty. Burgundy Quidditch gloves.
Revelio.
Yeah, now we're coming in. Coming in low. Or perching. One or the other. Guess it's not coming in after all. Alright, so we still need to slam a leaping loyalist commander. That means that they actually have to leap. That was the problem last time.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Do I want to Wingardium Leviosa? I don't think I really need to. I think we defeated everybody in the courtyard. Good stealth, though.
Goodness, what a party to attend by myself. Revelio.
So I think that is just to give us a stealthier way in.
This castle's hiding all sorts of secrets.
Is it? How can you tell? It's mostly enemies. Unless there's something I'm missing. Alright, this hopefully gives us back enough. Okay, so we need to hit a troll with his own boulder. That's pretty easy to do. We've done that before. Defeat enemies however you like.
Revelio.
Alright, so it looks like we're going to be troll fighting here pretty soon. Actually, this set of spells is probably a better troll fighting set.
Any who oppose Ranrock will be eliminated. What's that? Who's there?
How can you detect them? I'm way down here.
This is the spot on the map. I'd best have my wits about me.
Who's there? How nice of you to stop. Won't get away with that.
Oh.
Glacier. Expelliarmus.
I won't rest until you're dead. You're no match for me.
Descendo.
make you pay.
Revelio.
It won't be long now before we find another repository.
Trouble's brewing, and I'm without my friends.
You've been pretty much a solo fighter so far. I don't think that you should be too worried. I'm mostly worried about missing some kind of treasure or something.
Glad I was never locked up here.
I think I want to go up, though.
Why am I always on patrol? It's a waste of my skills. Anyway, Ranrock will lead us to victory! That student defeated our encampment in the tower! Always on the defensive. I've never seen a wizard.
You almost have. No! I will make you pay.
Revelio.
Alright, binding 2. No idea what these collections are. Because I think we have like unforgivable curses too, but we don't actually have any unforgivable curses, so it's like, what does that even do for us? Alright, we'll try to fight this guy with his own. Okay, we need to flip it into his face? That would be the flipping spell, right? Flipping spell. That would be this one.
This looks like trouble.
Oh, that's important. Once again, doing the wrong spell. Jeez. The dodge spell doesn't even work here. Oh, hey, come on. Well, I did hit him in the face with that. So I have no idea how to
Should think they
flip.
found that in London.
I have no idea how to flip its thing into its face. It never seemed to give that as a possibility. I tried the flipping spell quite a few times, but it never like focused on the mace thing that it wields. So I'm not exactly sure what to do there, like what it wants me to do.
Revelio.
See if there's anything over here.
Not the best place for an unaccompanied student.
didn't even throw any boulders. I was kind of hoping to have that to solve the... Wait, what even is this? I don't understand.
Revelio.
Is there a puzzle here? What is that block for? I see these blocks everywhere, and I'm not really sure what it's for. I mean, maybe it's for if I get over here without a...
Confringo.
Come on, dude. What is going on here? I'm holding tab. Okay, actually, I might have been holding caps lock. Alright, so this is how I came up. Well, I guess I go down to the dungeon.
Now here's a sad-looking place.
Alright, let's go. The Kuro Ruins. Oh, that's a cool looking sort of cathedral place.
What will we find in here?
Revelio.
When the war is over. It's punishment to us all to have that miserable human around.
The stealth in this game seems remarkably ineffective.
What are you doing? What is this?
Incendio.
Hello?
What is going on here?
Release me!
That grave mistake.
No, not Reparo.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Stop avoiding me.
The one in Wingardium.
Leviosa. Stupefy.
You find it?
Or at least pull them.
Stop it.
Incendio. Descendo.
I won't rest until dead.
Leviosa. Accio. Incendio. Descendo.
It looks as though Adelaide's instincts were spot on.
You only have Ranrock to blame.
Ooh, the wand is glowing at the tip. That's like kind of cool. Is it like all hot or something?
Revelio.
Overuse. There, we got a lock here. Oh, no, that's on the other side. That's on the other side. Alright, let's pick the lock.
Alohomora. Revelio.
I have a brother who works at Gringotts. Couldn't pay me enough to sit behind a desk all day.
Revelio.
Alright, so they got some forges going here. They look like Hogwarts banners. How do we get over there?
Revelio.
No! What are you doing? I wonder if we could just Asio that. treasure chests.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa!
Go. Alright. That worked out quite well.
Revelio.
I wouldn't give for a cup of mushroom tea.
A human's word is worthless. This prisoner owes us the metal we were promised.
Potato! Glacier! Defendo! Fringo! Stupefy!
Do you find this
It's the student from the town. You've been paying attention in defense against the dark arts, I see.
Glacier! Confringo! No! Defendo! Potato!
I won't rest.
Glacier!
We're doing all right here.
Leviosa! Accio! Descendo! Descendo! Leviosa! Accio! Descendo! Descendo!
Showing off, are we?
Glacier! Defendo!
I will make you pay.
Confringo!
Ow. No, no, why are you not dodging?
Are you sure you're not a...
Leviosa! Accio!
I won't rest.
Too late for you to learn the error of your ways.
Revelio!
The error of your ways being never mess with the wizards.
Incendio! Revelio!
Okay, that's interesting. I didn't mean to immediately trigger that. I kind of wanted to explore a little
A
bit.
boiler
before
door. How to open it?
Oh, there's so many things around here. Okay, that's on the other side of that. I mean, yeah, let's just get to the other side of this. Actually, let's check out this side of the staircase first, which looks like nothing. Okay.
Revelio!
Oh, what is that? It's quite a vault.
Huh.
Alright, we are now on the other side.
Where there is gold and jewels to be had. And a traditional school robe, as well as some
Revelio!
health potions.
Before we leave, let's make sure there's nothing else. No, there's more. Are those just herbs? Like, what is that? Alright. I think that's everything on this side. Let's hop back. Let's check out the upstairs on this side, and then on the other side.
Revelio!
here's... Okay, so they're just mushrooms. Is this the way out? What is this? I'm confused.
Here we learn his lesson after being locked away. You can count on that.
Lucas, don't tell us. Revelio.
No more Wiggenwelds for you. I don't like leaving things. What is that?
Revelio.
Well, maybe we'll find out on the way out. It seems pretty clear that we're supposed to start the boiler.
Incendio. Revelio.
Jesus, a big area.
Revelio.
Duelist attire. More Mua. More mushrooms. More Petrificus
I
totalis.
wonder if Adelaide's uncle could be down there. Petrificus totalis.
Who's that? Move of a coward. This is impossible.
As I just mash buttons, it's like Glacius, and then like 2, 3, whatever. I just mash buttons. It looks impressive, but it is not. Most of the time, I'm just trying to get the various attacks or various defenses, like the proper defense working. Is there nothing else? Okay. There's a sack up there that we missed at some point. Alright, so we're in some kind of dungeon here. Dungeness Totalis.
Hello? Mr. Oakes?
Yes, I'm here.
Sweet.
They've taken my wand. This cell has an enchanted lock. I have experience with these locks, but I need my wand if I have any chance of opening it. Look for a boiler door. I've heard them speak of it.
I need to find Mr. Oakes's wand. Where could it be?
Alright, so now we at least have some kind of structure for what we're looking at.
Revelio.
Of course, they would put Mr. Oakes in the dungeon. That makes sense. I don't know why that didn't occur to me. Alright, so we head upstairs. I suppose this is like the kitchens, or... yeah, this is like a kitchen. A kitchen for somebody who really likes beer. What the hell is that noise? Alright. Where's that sack?
Revelio.
There was a sack that we missed at some point. There it is. What are you doing up there? How do we get up there? The sack is over there. Okay, so the sack is probably through this door anyway. So we're good, I think. I think we're in the right department here. I think the question is, are we missing anything over here?
Revelio.
Well, we've been over here. So there's nothing over here. Right. Okay. I think the place that we have yet to exhaust is really over here. We've been that way. We've been like the main direction, but we haven't been over here. I thought that this was maybe just an escape route. Which is possible.
Revelio.
No, I guess it is treasure. So it's a good thing we went this way. Even though it's just a beige scarf. Which is not very impressive. You know, I'm going to pick up these mushrooms because they get in my way. I don't like how they're constantly coming up on our Revelios. Distracting me. I thought I consumed some waiting wealth. Maybe not. Okay. Well, we'll have some after whatever boss fight or whatever occurs through these doors.
I will make you pay. Just here. Oh, come on. I won't rest. Miss me. Someone's been taken out last me.
Oh, why didn't that work?
I will do slap.
I pressed the wrong button again. Damn it.
Flipendo. Confringo. Findo.
Get away.
Glacius.
Why didn't that work?
Protego. Findo.
You're weak, human. You will suffer. I won't rest. Regret coming here. You look tired.
Oh, there goes one wiggle.
defeat us all!
Leviosa! Come back! Incendio!
You're really not very good at this, are you?
Nope.
Leviosa! Accio! Stupefy! Incendio! Sendo! Leviosa!
Ranrock won't be
Enough of this.
Okay. Still on cooldown.
Glacius! Defendo! Confringo!
Find this header!
Protego!
Oh, come on. What happened?
You are terribly outmatched! Surely you can see that!
Definitely outmatched.
Well done! That student defeated our encampment in the temple!
I will make you pay.
Always on the defensive.
I won't rest until you're dead.
Start chucking stuff.
I will make you.
You're not even trying!
Oof.
Glacius! Defendo! Defendo! Confringo!
I won't rest until you're dead.
Defendo! Confringo!
You're still alive?
Why have you not...
Glacius! Confringo!
Oof. Alright, one more wigging well for me.
Not this fight will get you before you were born.
Glacius! Confringo!
I will make you pay.
Well, that was uneventful. That was a very bad
Ranrock has
fight.
fooled you all to your demise.
That was a bad fight. It's just a bunch of very common level mooks. We ended up drinking 5 Wiggenwelds for it.
Revelio!
Not my best button mashing. Alright. Let's do a little bit more of a... I feel like my searching of this area is not very good. So let's be a little bit methodical. Make sure we catch all the corners, get all the loot, get all the fancy schmancy stuff. Come on, what? Gear slots are full? Are you kidding me? How's that possible? We just emptied it. All right. Alright, that should be enough.
Revelio!
What is that stuff? That's up there.
Revelio.
See, that's what I mean about not being thorough about looting. The fact that I almost completely missed this area. At the same time, it's like... landscape painting. Alright, that's just a wig and weld. Back up to 25. It's not the worst thing. But yeah, I can't believe that we ran back and sold all of our stuff except for the mystery items. And we're back to being out of stuff.
This must be Mr. Oakes's wand. Perhaps now he can set himself free.
Out of slots. They definitely don't give you enough slots. Or they should give you in this room, if they're going to give you so much stuff, they should give you a place to sell it in here. Or at least when you destroy it, you should be able to...
I can't get out of this damn cell without it. It's my last hope. Please.
Go.
My wand. Oh, thank Merlin. Thank you.
I don't want to be too close to this door in case it, like, blows off. Wow, you are a dapper-looking fellow.
You did it! I found my wand and... Wait, you're a student? Oh, we must get you to safety immediately. It's dangerous.
It's all right, Mr. Oakes. I've dealt with these goblins before.
Dear Merlin, you're either very lucky or very talented. Well, how did you find me?
I'm a friend of Adelaide's. She was worried about your business with Ranrock's loyalists.
Oh, she was right to be. I couldn't go through with the agreement, and when I told them, I ended up blindfolded and behind bars. Been locked in that infernal cell for so long, they'd forgot I was even there. I overheard things. If only I could reward you for what you've done. Blasted goblins stole every canut on me. All I can say is thank you, truly.
You mentioned you overheard things.
Sad tale, really. I think I know where Ranrock's unfortunate vendetta against wizardkind began. Although dragon breeding was outlawed by the Warlocks Convention of 1709, Ranrock stumbled upon an illegal dragon camp. He was young, found the creatures fascinating. He'd visit the camp in secret whenever he could, never making his presence known. After weeks of sly surveillance, he finally summoned the courage to speak to the wizard in charge. Ranrock wanted to join them, and the creatures. The wizard happened to drop his wand. Ranrock saw an opportunity. He picked it up, went to hand it back as a means of introducing himself. The sight of a goblin with a wand sent the wizard into an instant rage. He beat Ranrock nearly to death. Ever since, Ranrock has despised wizardkind, sees us all as cruel.
Well, goblins should not be touching wands. That is... yeah, that is not good. Goblins should not be molesting wizard wands. No touch.
Am I right that you speak gobbledygook?
Unbeknownst to Ranrock's fiends, I do. I've always had an affinity for goblin culture. Knew I wanted to be a metal trader ever since I was a lad. It wasn't easy learning the language. It's complex, and my memory's as weak as my knees these days. But after decades working with fine goblin folk, I grew fairly proficient. At least, I'd like to think so.
I'm grateful I was able to help you, Mr. Oakes. Adelaide thinks the world of you.
Oh, and I her. She's become quite savvy to my trading habits, always analyzing my detailed owls. If only I hadn't resorted to trading with such fiends. A lesson I shan't soon forget. Having my wand back is like being reunited with an old friend. I must return home and inform Adelaide of my safety. Will you be all right?
I'll be fine, Mr. Oakes. You get back to Adelaide. I assure you her worries outweigh yours.
Oh, I'm anxious to see my dear niece. And then I plan to travel far from here for my next round of trading. Thank you.
You're just gonna
May
abandon
life
her?
reward you justly for your deeds. Be well, my friend.
Mr. Oakes was lucky. Ranrock's lot would never have freed him.
Quest complete. The Tale of Rowland Oakes.
Revelio.
Let's check his Little place here. Well, this place is pretty thoroughly searched at this point. I don't think that there's going to be any additional loot. This quest was more extensive than I thought it was going to be. Maybe we'll grab some more of these mushrooms on our way out. Now, the mushrooms don't seem to take up space, or any herb for that matter does not seem to take up space. Alright, so we defeated a bunch of Ranrock loyalists, filled up our inventory again. It's a cool looking environment, it really is. There's a lot of ruins around here. Like, I don't know. Like, there's been many upheavals in this area. Yeah, we came in this way. Oop, nope. Makes you wonder what was lost, you know? Like, how many previous wizard civilizations, like what technologies they had, what secrets. Was it all passed down, or was some of it forgotten? Clearly some of it was forgotten. Because, I mean, that's kind of the whole story behind this ancient magic that I have, right? Anyway, this episode's getting pretty damn long, so I should probably wrap it up here.
Not a party to attend by myself.
So thank you very much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this, and if you have, please like, maybe comment, maybe share, maybe subscribe. New episodes every day at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, US and Canada. I am Cobalt Thorium, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.